Welcome back to it, my friends. Another stereo edition of the greatest music podcast of all time. It is Front of House, and my name is Mike Dawson. Good to be with you today. As I record this, it is August 16th, 2019, commonly known as the day that Elvis Presley died. More importantly to me, it is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mona Dawson. And funny, my mom kind of always hated Elvis growing up because he had the nerve of dying on her birthday. We're going to get back into the interview with Bobbo Byrnes. He's going to play us some more music and also put on display his dual pickup Gibson acoustic guitar. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. So stick around for that. Before that, remind you that this entire season of Front of House is dedicated to our dear friend Jenny Pagliaro from the band Roses and Cigarettes. I keep telling you, have you gotten Roses and Cigarettes, Echoes and Silence yet? I promise you, it is the greatest record you will buy in a long time. We're playing a new track from the record every single week. We are up to song number 8. Written by Jenny Pagliaro and Angela Petrilli from Echoes and Silence. This is Roses and Cigarettes, Love Song.
Thought I'd been, didn't think I'd break, I'd forgive you every last mistake, swore I'd stick around and see it through. All you can think about is you. Well, how can I write a love song for a man who just does me wrong? I'll stop my crying when the night is through. When the morning comes, I'm gonna leave you. You held the battle while my arms were open wide. You left them empty and wanting, well, yours are full of cheap pride. Now they've run the course. I've grown tired with time. Empty arms can't keep wanting. This time it's goodbye. Well, how can I write a love song for a man who just does me wrong? I'll stop my crying when the night is through. When the morning comes, I'm gonna leave you. I kept on telling you I'd eventually leave. Your words kept me anchored, not a chance to be free. We all have limits, I've reached mine. I'm gonna spread my wings now. It's my time to fly. How can I write a love song for a man who just does me wrong? I'll stop my crying when the night is through.
Love song from Roses and Cigarettes, Echoes and Silence. When's the last time you heard a new song that has a fade-out ending instead of a cold ending? It's been a while, hasn't it? It's nice to hear Roses and Cigarettes bring back the fade. Again, hats off to Michael Lyons, the great producer and engineer of that record. If you're interested in recording with Mike Lyons, his studio in North Hollywood is called Lyons Den Studios, Lyons. Look it up. Thank you for listening to this episode of Front of House. Please make sure you subscribe and rate and review the podcast so that we can climb up into the rankings. More people listen every week, and I do believe it's because of you for telling a friend. So I thank you in advance. Tell a friend about Front of House, and let's get into it. The great Bobbo Byrnes is our guest. Bobbo Byrnes is our guest, Front of House. Bobbo, let's hear another song, my brother.
This one is a favorite of yours, and it's I actually didn't write this one. My friend Matthew Ryan wrote this one.
I know what you're going to play, and I do love this song.
Yeah, so this is for you, Matthew. Do you think that you've come far through winds so hard? And you as ungrateful as you were here. I wish and I wasn't here. Well, one day soon that dam's gonna break, and it'll wash you away. It'll wash you away. Yeah, one day soon that dam's gonna break, and it'll wash you away. It'll wash you away from me. Do you know love? Do you push it below you? Or does it own you? And are you as disgruntled as you appear? I wish and I wasn't here. Well, one day soon that dam's gonna break, and it'll wash you away. It'll wash you away. Yeah, one day soon that dam's gonna break, and it'll wash you away. It'll wash you away from me. Damn thing could happen to you. Yes, that's the best damn thing could happen to you.
That's Bobbo Byrnes. The song is called Damn. Originally a Fallen Stars song.
Originally Matthew Ryan's song.
Well, yes. Yeah. Okay, yes. Originally a Matthew Ryan song. Done by the Fallen Stars and also available on Bobbo Byrnes' Two Sides of This Town solo acoustic record. You're right. I love that song, and I also love the way the 12-string Martin plays in with that same kind of pickup setup that we were talking about before.
Thank you. I have to give a shout out to my buddy Danny Ott, who fixes all my guitars. And I was asking him one time, what's the weirdest modification you've done to your guitar? And he's like, I've done it on yours, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, what's the second weirdest? He's like, you have like the top 5. So, yeah. So taking a $2,000 12-string guitar and making extra holes in it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah, that's a big piece of it. They're the right holes, though. Bobbo Byrnes is front of house, and we are jamming away here at the North Hollywood Hideout. Bobbo does quite a bit of touring. One of the things that most musicians who are just trying to make it on their own, I think one of the toughest things that we all kind of have to deal with is being our own managers. And Bobbo, you're essentially your own manager.
I am.
We were talking about touring earlier, and you do tour as much of the states as you can, but you've also been overseas, and you're fortunate enough not to have to handle your overseas tours. But without getting into too much detail, I mean, how much work is it just to book a damn tour?
A lot. I'm just there's constant emails, and you actually have to start doing contracts, because all of a sudden you'll be in Tennessee and find out that the place in South Carolina decided there's a big football game tomorrow night, so we're not having music. And you're like, but that's how I get to North Carolina.
Right.
I need that gig. So
you need the contract so you can stop by and pick up a check.
And aside from that, you just, to say it's who you know, it's not just who you know. It's like not being an asshole.
Right.
Because all of a sudden you get to places and the ex-girlfriend from high school says, I have a bar you can play in my hometown in South Carolina. And all of a sudden you have a new gig that night. And just these things happen all the time.
Just be cool.
Yep.
Hit the road and gigs appear, is what you're saying.
To an extent.
From somebody's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, it was my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
My friend Laura. Yeah. But you get to places, and with the social media, everyone's on Facebook and everything. And so all of a sudden you put a notice out, and I'm coming to your town. I'm coming to the state. Does anybody have any place where I should look? And, there's a network of other musicians that I've toured with now that, I'm in, Ohio? I guess it was Ohio, with people that I toured with in Europe. And they're like, we have a place for you to stay and we have a gig for you. I'm like, awesome.
Awesome.
And this just happens all over the place. And the more you do it, the more your network grows.
Can we talk about your plans for the summer? Are we allowed to?
Sure.
So we were talking earlier about how we first met. You were playing guitar with a gentleman that we're both fans of, a guy named Sonny Moan.
Sonny's awesome.
And you're going to be hitting the road again with Sonny this summer.
Nope, that's in the fall.
That's in the fall. Okay.
In November on the East Coast.
Okay. Well, then let's talk about your summer plans. What are your summer plans?
I leave for Europe somewhere in the middle of June. I'll be back somewhere around the first or second week of August.
And where are you heading?
Mostly Germany, but also Belgium, Netherlands, Austria, Czech Republic. And I took the UK out this year because of Brexit stuff. It just made
probably the money exchange is going to be real weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting in and out of the UK with a guitar is a pain in the ass.
And the UK is incredibly expensive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
UK next year.
Dude.
Or whenever they figure out Brexit.
What are these clubs like that you play out there? Are they how big are the venues? Are they bars? What is it? What do they got out there?
It's everything. Like I will do a house concert for, 12 people.
Okay.
And it'll be fantastic. Then I'll do a festival for like 500 people, and that'll go over great. And then I'll play a church, a cathedral. We played a cathedral for like 700 people. The cathedral was built in 1016.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's an enormous cathedral in Verden.
Acoustic heaven.
And a 9-second decay on the reverb.
Oh.
And it's one of those, no fast songs today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all over the place.
No fast songs, folks, because a reverb with a decay that long, you'll be done with the song and the verb will still be going. Interesting, man.
Yeah. But right on the stage, there was a plaque that said 1016. I remember that. On stage. It's in front of the altar.
Right. They didn't call it a stage back then. Yeah. the estuary or something. Yeah.
They told me I couldn't climb up the thing. They had one of those pulpits that had the spiral staircase up to it.
Okay.
They specifically said I was not allowed to climb up that.
You wanted to do an Eddie Vedder off the walls in the cathedral from 1016, right?
There's another church that I've also been told I can't climb on their pews anymore.
Why do they have to tell you can't climb? Because you ask.
No, because the Spirit moved me one time and I climbed up on a pew and I was standing up on a pew doing a guitar thing.
You actually did it.
Yeah.
Oh. Would they? Oh, wow. Now, I grew up Catholic, man, and I know some nuns that would lose their shit if you did that in church.
Well, yeah, they kind of lose their shit when you do it in a bar, too.
Wow. Bobbo Byrnes is front of house. Let's hear another song, my man.
All right. Let's see. So, the day after actually, when I was in Nashville with Ken, I had dinner with my friend Laura from college, and we were at this restaurant, and we were just about to order, and we heard this really loud bang outside, and everyone in the restaurant went really quiet, and then we heard a really loud second bang, and everyone from the front of the restaurant was now running to the back of the restaurant, as there's about 20 or 30 bullets that fired after that, coming into the restaurant and out on the street, and we all hid by the restrooms in this little alcove off the back of the restaurant. It's about 12 or 15 of us hanging out there waiting for the bullets to end, for the gunshot to end. And while we were sitting there waiting, there's a woman that she's having an asthma attack, and one of the waiters took one of the serving trays and used it as a shield to go out to her table to get her purse so she could have her inhaler. And in that moment, everybody's just checking on each other and making sure everybody's okay. And just the kindness that came out of everyone in such a shitty moment of life, kind of inspired this song. It's called Look For It, and it's about looking for the good things in life. Now I might be a long gone daddy, never claimed to be a prince, and I might be one son of a bitch, but I come to my mama's defense. It's a cold, cruel world that we all live in, cold, cruel world you must admit, but Beneath this frost, there's a warm heart beating. You just gotta look for it. You just gotta look for it. Now I might rant and I might rave. I might piss off half this room. But you know, down deep below my skin, I bleed the same as you. It's a cold, cruel world that we all live in. Cold, cruel world, you must admit. Beneath this frost, there's a warm heart beating. Just gotta look for it. You just gotta look for it. Do unto others as you'd have done to you. Lesson learned, it's hard to earn, but I guess it's what I should do. I guess it's what I should do. Now I can bend an ear, my friend, try to see it from your side. And if you do the same for me, we might just turn this tide. It's a cold, cruel world that we all live in. Cold, cruel world, you must admit. Beneath this frost, there's a warm heart beating. Just gotta look for it. Just gotta look for it. You just gotta look for it. You just gotta look for it.
Inspired by a shootout in Nashville, Bobbo Byrnes, look for it here on Front of House. So you've been in the music business now for 30 years, brother? Maybe more?
Damn.
It's been about, right?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Your 30-year-ago self, what did you not know then that now you look back and go, Jesus, I was an idiot? Just pick one. Just pick one.
Solid state guitar amplifiers.
Oh.
My first amps were a piece of shit.
Just because they travel better? Last longer?
No, solid state. I mean, I had horrible guitar tone.
Okay.
For years. And it wasn't until I listened to Izzy Stradlin's and the Juju Hounds album that I understood guitar tone. I'm like, oh, that's the sound I want.
Okay.
Izzy Stradlin and the Juju Hounds album is one of my top 5 favorite albums of all time.
I'm going to have to dig back into that and check out that tone.
Yep. It's Rick Richards, who from the Georgia Satellites on lead guitar.
Oh, shit.
Izzy Stradlin, Jimmy Ashurst
Mm-hmm.
from, I think he was in, was it the Broken Homes? And he was also a founding member, I think, of Buck Cherry.
Okay.
Yeah, bass player. And yeah, he wrote the most of the single "Shuffle It All," which has to be one of the best songs of all time. And it's got that rootsy thing with an B3 organ and great guitar. Some of the songs have mandolin and acoustic guitar. I've been chasing that sound forever.
Izzy Stradlin and the Juju Hounds. I imagine that's post GNR.
Yes.
All right. I'll have to look that one up, man. I love finding out about new music, especially when someone says it's their top 5 in their top 5 favorite albums of all time. That
came out in like 93.
All right.
94.
I'll have to go through and check that out.
Yeah.
You reminded me of, remember when Buck Cherry first came out and they hit the airwaves?
Yes.
With All Lit Up. That
song rocked.
That song, that is a hell of a rock and roll song.
It really is.
And then when you finally get a picture, you see what Josh Todd looks like. You're like, oh, you're obviously a rock star. You couldn't do anything else.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the songs had some pretty terrible lyrics.
But they were so good, terrible. They were so good, terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I was driving home from the Bay Area back to Santa Barbara to go back to school. And I'm in San Jose traffic.
Yep.
It's like 4:30 in the afternoon. and I'm listening to KSJO, which was San Jose's rock station back then. And they were playing Buck Cherry, all lit up, and I'd never heard the song before. And I'm playing it kind of loud, sitting in traffic. All my windows are down, and then homeboy goes, "I love the cocaine, I love the cocaine." And I'm like, holy shit, what happened to terrestrial radio?
Yeah.
This is what we get away with now? And it was a major like eye opener for me. And so I turned it up even more, and I'm like, I'm sitting in the middle of traffic. Everybody's got their windows down. It's not too hot of a day, so you know. And I'm blasting this song about chick loves her cocaine.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. It's 4:30. There's no safe harbor.
No.
And that is a fucking rock and roll song.
And then the day that you realize that the band Buck Cherry it's Chuck Berry. It's flip the words. Buck Cherry, Chuck Berry.
I never realized
right now? Is that when you realized it?
Right now. I was this years old. Wow. I did not, never, ever. Chuck Berry, Buck Cherry.
Yeah.
Well, God bless Texas. This is why I do the show, just to learn something new every day. Bobbo Byrnes is our guest front of house. I want to hear another song. How about you?
All right. This one's for you. Fellow Massachusetts person. This is actually my favorite song that I've ever written. It's called Massachusetts. And it kind of has a nod to you because you've done a lot of time as a DJ.
Yes.
So Tracy and I had spent some time as college DJs as well.
Nice.
So. Massachusetts is a funny word when you're drunk. Well, I was in some kind of a funk. Maybe wanna see you again. I dialed you 3 times before it went through. I didn't know what I would ask you. I just tried to remember the song. Oh, but you knew it all along. And you said, tie your troubles across my shoulders and wrap your arms around this old heart of mine. Close your eyes now, pretend we're no older, and wrap your arms around this old heart of mine. You sold all of your LPs, a down payment for an SUV, and it's all over now, baby blue. It wasn't much, but it was all you had. And the records, they were all scratched. You know I really miss you too. And maybe the ocean blue. And you said, tie your troubles across my shoulders and wrap your arms around this old heart of mine. Close your eyes now, pretend we're no older, and wrap your arms around this old heart of mine. Back in college when we were DJs, Elvis was Costello whenever we played Red Shoes, and we danced the night away. Oh, let's go dancing, let's go dancing, let's go dance the night away. Tie your troubles across my shoulders and wrap your arms around this old heart of mine. Close your eyes now, pretend we're no around this old heart of mine. Wrap your arms around this old heart. Wrap your arms around this old heart. Wrap your arms around this old heart of mine.
Bobbo Byrnes is our guest, front of house. I always forget that song is not called Heart of Mine. It was released on the record Heart of Mine.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, it's called Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Heart Like Mine is the
I
next
forgot
song I'm going to play.
All right. Oh, Heart Like Mine.
Yeah.
Right. But see, you can see where I get confused.
I can see.
Right. Bobbo Byrnes, front of house. Really digging this, my brother. I want to thank you for coming all the way down from Orange County.
Dude, thank you for having me.
And again, BobboByrnes.com is where you get all the records. Of course, we welcome you to go ahead and stream that shit and do all that stuff. But if you really want to support the art, go to BobboByrnes.com and buy records directly from there. That's how you help the artist. And go to a show. Tell a friend. Where are you playing? So we got Europe this summer.
Yep.
And then the East Coast in the fall with Sonny Moan.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a hell of a show. You're going to play with Sonny. You guys are going to do solo, double together type deal?
I think we're doing double solo, but we'll probably team up on a few things.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So we're doing that. I don't even, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, South Shore. He's handling the South Shore. I'm handling the North Shore.
God, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, fucking shout out to Sully and Smitty. Tell Mike out there hi.
Can I tell you, Smitty?
I'm sure you know Mac.
Okay.
You know Mac, right? He's
I know
out
Mac,
there.
Yeah. Smitty, though. I have the
Smitty.
I have the best Boston how he and I met story.
Yeah.
Okay. So Smitty is another mass hole.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I are set to do a show together. I don't know, Santa Barbara somewhere together. And he and I have never met before, but we're both playing with Phil Cody. And I'm closing the back of my van, and I have a Patriot sticker on the back of my van. And I hear somebody go, "Whose fucking Patriot sticker is that?" Yeah. And I go, "It's mine. Why?" And he goes, "Where are you from?" I go, "I'm from Massachusetts." He's like, "Yeah, where?" I go, "Billerica." And he's like, "Do you mean like the House of Correction?" I go, "Fuck you. Where are you from?" He goes, "I'm from Walpole." I said, "You mean like the state prison?"
Yeah, that's
he goes, "Fuck you.
Is.
What's your name?" I'm like, "I'm Bobbo." He's like, "I'm Smitty." That's how he and I met. We had two fuck yous.
And then you got on stage together.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
After
Smitty
the show,
is
he
one of
came
my
up and he gave me a
favorite people
hat.
in the
He's like,
world.
"Here's a Patriots hat for you."
Oh, man, I love Smitty. He's the biggest
he's a great
sweetheart
guy.
in the world. Oh, man. And by the way, we just mentioned a few names of some artists you should also check out. Phil Cody, another one of them, another front of house alum, as well as Sonny Moan. They've both been on this show.
They've both been on?
And they are both just fantastic individuals and incredible performers. And I'm blessed to be able to count them amongst my friends, as I am you, Bobbo Byrnes.
Gracias.
Let's hear another song, my brother.
All right. This is another attempt of mine to write a non-cheesy love song for Tracy. It's called Heart Like Mine. I was born on a Tuesday. Word is I got far to go. And all these roads that I've been driving will take me from show to show. 5:30 isn't early when you've been up all night. There's this lie that I've been living, believing everything's gonna be alright. And I wanna tell you thoughts that interact with doubt, but this wiring in my head won't let me get it out. Big decisions aren't my forte. I fuck 'em up every time. And I know that it ain't easy to tie your dreams to a heart like mine. And I wanna tell you thoughts that are right with doubt, but there's wiring in my head won't let me get it out. And I wanna tell you thoughts that are right with doubt, but this wiring in my head won't let me get it out.
I love that song, man. That's the title track from Fallen Stars' Heart Like Mine record. Bobbo Byrnes performing right here at the North Hollywood Hideout on Front of House. It's been a hell of a time, my brother.
It has.
I really appreciate you coming out here and doing the show again. And I want to let everybody know you can catch Bobbo online at Bobbo Byrnes, BOBBOBYRNES.com. Pick up records there. Find out about tour dates. You will be able to catch him in Europe, everywhere but the UK this summer. And, yeah, London. Get your shit together, guys. On the East Coast, Northeast Coast, next fall with the great Sonny Moan. Bobbo, thank you again, my man.
And Australia in December.
In Australia? That's fantastic,
Yeah.
mate. I can't do an Australian accent.
Me neither.
I always try, and it ends up sounding stupid. Australia.
Australia.
Hi, mate.
They really say that.
Yeah, I'm not that impressed. See, there we go. That's good.
Nice.
I can do that. It's because I heard an Australian lady say that over and over and over again. Some people know what I'm talking about. My name is Mike Dawson. This has been Front of House. We're going to have Bobbo play us out with one more. Again, thank you for all of your support. And keep supporting the art. Go see a live show. Get out of the house. Go pay a cover charge and find your new favorite band. This is Front of House. One more time. Bobbo Byrnes.
So there was this day. I was driving a 1983 sky blue Ford Escort. And this was in the year 2000 or 99, somewhere around there. I don't need to tell you that in 1983, that car was already a piece of shit. But I paid 10 whole American dollars for that car. And it was the kind of car that sometimes you'd be driving on the highway and the accelerator would stick. So you'd have to kick the gas pedal with your right foot and brake with the left foot when you put it in neutral. And it was only terrifying the first 10 or 12 times it happens. And after that, you got used to it. So I was driving to work one day, driving down Route 495 to the 93 interchange. And all of a sudden, all the lights in the dashboard start lighting up. And the speedometer is going from 60 to 0 to 60 to 0 to 60 to 0. And I'm still doing like 40 miles an hour. So I don't know what's going on with that. And I pull over to the side of the road, and the car dies right there. There's a huge puddle growing underneath it of oil and transmission fluid and windshield wiper fluid and all kinds of stuff. And that's just where the car died. So I got the two things out of my car that I had with me, and I started walking. And that was my guitar and my wedding pictures. And as I'm walking down the road, just feeling like, well, I knew that car was going to leave me stranded somewhere, and here we are. Later on that day, I was talking to my mother on the phone, and she's like, oh, so what's going on? And I said, my car shit the bed, because that's what you say in Boston, yeah. And she goes, oh, where'd that happen? And I said, 93 southbound, right by the 495 exit. And I hear my mother on the phone do this. David, I told you that was him. That's a true story about loving that piece of shit car. This is called Welfare Cadillac. That's me on the side of the road. That's me pushing my car. Well, I know just where I'm at. There's no chance this is just a flat. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Well, I love my welfare Cadillac. Whoa. That's me hitching a ride. That's me by the overpass. I knew this day would come. Now I'm out on the road with my guitar in my thumb. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Well, I love my welfare Cadillac. I know I should buy myself a new car. $200 a month, $300 a month, $400 a month. Well, I could buy myself a new guitar. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Well, I love my welfare Cadillac. I'm as serious as a heart attack. Well, I love my welfare Cadillac. Whoa! Hey, Mike, do you give me a lift sometime?
Sure, man.
What are you driving now?
You got a Toyota Tundra? A lot of room.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
The great Bobbo Byrnes, front of house, here live in the North Hollywood Hideout in Los Angeles, California. How about that, my friends? Check out Bobbo Byrnes online at BOBBOBYRNES.com. You can also check out his band, The Fallen Stars, that he has with his wife, Tracy Byrnes, at The Fallen Stars, FALLEN stars.com. I want to say thanks to Sue Merlino for helping me produce this podcast. When Bobbo played that song Massachusetts earlier in the podcast, he said, I'll play this for you because you're from Massachusetts. Well, he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to Sue Merlino because she's from Massachusetts, a fellow masshole. But she was off mic and working the cameras, so you didn't hear her. And it may have been a little bit confusing because you're like, wait a minute, Dawson, I thought you were a California kid. Yes, I am. I'm not a masshole, but Sue Merlino is. And Sue was videoing the whole thing, so tomorrow night we're going to do another episode of Front of House Live. Please join us on YouTube for a live broadcast with the included taped presentation from Bobbo Byrnes. You can actually see his guitar pickups and pedal board and arrangement and all of that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's tomorrow night, every other Tuesday at YouTube. It is Front of House Live. Time for our bonus track today. I got a Twitter message from Nadav Moore. And Nadav, I hope I am pronouncing your name right. Nadav lives in Berlin, Germany, and he is a fan of Front of House. He tweeted me and asked, "Hey, how come I can't find Jonathan McEwen's Devil Cry anywhere for sale?" Well, it's because as far as I know, I own the only master. And it's not for sale. But Nadav, for you, I'm going to break this out as the bonus track of this week's edition of Front of House. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jonathan McEwen on vocals and guitar right, the great Robin Ford playing guitar left, along with Tos Panos on drums and Dan Lutz playing the stand-up bass. Recorded and engineered in Los Angeles, California, Jonathan McEwen, Devil Cry, Front of House.
Brightest star would not come out. The moon took shelter behind the clouds. Lightning ran like a pitchfork across the sky. The night I made the devil cry. Felt the fire from his breath, the burning cinders on my neck. I turned away, temptation. I found my way, salvation. I snatched my soul from his hands in the nick of time. Night on made the devil cry. And I broke free. I ran for my life until the sun broke through. The night I made the devil cry. Now every day when shadows fall, I watch my back when I hear him call, and I will fight forever. I always will remember the chilling sound of my chain when it hit the ground. The night I made the devil cry, and I broke free, ran from my life till the sun broke through. The night I made the devil cry. The night I made the devil cry. The night I made the devil cry.
Recorded live in Los Angeles, California, that is Devil Cry, Jonathan McEwen, Robin Ford, Tos Panos, and Dan Lutz.
Thank you very much.
Again, throwing that out to Nadav Moore in Berlin, Germany. Nadav, I'm sure that Jonathan is going to record that. I'm sure it's going to be released on some record at some time, but we never know. That is one of my copies. I have a few copies of him doing it a few different ways. Thank you so much for listening to Front of House. If you'd like to reach us, you can follow us on Twitter at FOHPod. I believe you can also reach us at fohpod@gmail.com or frontofhousepodcast@gmail.com. You want to submit your music for the show? Please do. I'd love to take a listen to it. Follow me on Twitter at Los Angeles, and please go to our Patreon page, Patreon. I'm sorry, patreon.com/frontofhouse. We got a few levels of sponsorship of the show up there. The simplest one, $3 a month. You get 4 songs a month for that from Front of House. You get a copy of Live in Los Angeles as soon as we get that done after this season, and many other little perks. So patreon.com/frontofhouse. We'll be back next Monday with a brand new episode of the Stereo Music Podcast that is changing the world. Until then, go see a live band and be good to each other, my brothers and sisters. Happy birthday, Mona Dawson. Live from the North Hollywood Hideout in Los Angeles, California, this is Front of House.